Hey guys, 360 Mix here, and this is a repair that I already did, and I want to do a little bit of rant on this because this has me a little bit upset on this QSC K12.2 speaker. These are $1,200 speakers. They're very expensive speakers, and you're paying that because of the quality, and you figured, you know what, instead of buying a $300 speaker, I'm going to spend $1,400 or $1,200 or $1,000 on a speaker, and you figure you're going to get a good bang for your buck, or you're going to get very high quality stuff. Well, yes and no. Yes, it is high quality. It is good. It does have flaws, but one of the biggest flaws is this little part right here. You can break your speaker just by this. Okay, client brought this in. This thing fell in the car, probably hit it with a tripod or hit it with something, and the knob fell off. Okay, great. Somebody hit it. It's their fault. No, it's not. It's not their fault. And I'll explain to you why. This should not break. Okay, this knob here, this part, not this. This should not fall off just by a simple hit of this thing. You can literally, if I push this, if I grab my fingers here, put it right here, and push this with my thumb, I can break that. Just like that. Like that. Just by my thumb pushing this hard, I can break that right off. Okay, that repair will cost you anywhere between $80 to $125, and that's reasonable. Okay, it's the labor. Okay, we got to take all of this apart, we got to buy the part, and then we have to desolder this piece and put it back in. This is a big flaw, huge flaw. Okay, how do you fix this? Well, these things normally, if you buy the right part, which QSC did not, and design it the right way, is that you would have this part threaded into there. You see how this one here is? I'm going to zoom in real quick. This little 3.5 millimeter. You see how it has a nut around it? I'm just going to take that off just for a second because I just want to prove this point. And I'm sorry if the video goes a little longer, but I think it deserves, this deserves a little longer piece. You see how I'm taking this off? You see how there's a washer here? Let me take that off. Okay, you see how there's a washer there and a nut? That's the correct way to put that, to mount that. That's the correct way. You put a washer, right? You put the washer and you secure it with a nut. And then you do this, right? And then you could tighten it up. And then once you tighten it up, that's not going anywhere. But this, no, let me not do that. Why? Because they didn't use a part that has the nut on this. They would have put the nut on there. This is metal. This is metal. Everything is metal. It's not even plastic. It's metal. Look. Okay, so they decided not to do that here. Okay, reason why they decided not to do it is because they have a hidden port right here for programming. You see it right there? That's a USB port. Did you know that there was one there? Now you know. That's the reason why they did that. Okay, they could have put that somewhere else and put a plug on it, or put a piece of tape on it, or put it on the side, right? But no, they decided to do it this way. So you can break this off. Now, you're saying, you're exaggerating. Okay, let me give you further evidence of the problem. Here's a pencil. Okay, that's the tip of the pencil. So you know the size of what a pencil is. Now, let's take a look at the actual part in question. Okay, you can see right here that there's two little slots right there and right there. There's identical slots on the other side, okay? So a steak, which is a steak that's over here, not the steak you eat, but a metal steak that literally just goes in this slot like that. It goes up on that slot and it folds over here and here, and then it comes in through this and it folds on this side and this side. That's the only thing holding this together, this piece. It's not fastened on the top. It's just staked on the top, on the bottom. I'm going to zoom into the part that was replaced. This is the new piece that I replaced. I'm going to show you with this piece here, that metal stake. The metal stake goes right in the middle, that little hole right there, and it folds this way, Comes in, folds this way, folds this way. So it doesn't take a lot of pressure to break that off, the plastic part on the bottom. Okay, now how do you improve this? Well, you buy the correct part. This was probably cheaper part to make. Some of these parts have a rivet right here, has a rivet right here, and now when it's riveted to the whole bottom piece, to this whole assembly, that won't break off. It's that simple. So that little, I would say 0.5 millimeter of stake holding this piece together is just silly. Okay? So, you know, you can break again your very expensive QSC speaker by knocking this thing off. Just hitting it with a tripod, loading up it in your car. You know, you hit it by mistake with your gear or microphone and hits it. Anything hits this thing, the thing flies off. And it's going to cost you anywhere between $85 and $125 to get it fixed. So, is it a good product? Yes, it's a good product. Very bad design. That's why I wanted to talk about it. So if any manufacturers out there want a complete report on how to design this the right way, call me up. I can find a bunch of other flaws right here. Okay, I'm not going to point them all out, but you know, this assembly is just horrid. You seem to have forgotten a ground strap, so you put one out here to ground this from here to here. Why? That's a design flaw. That's another piece you have to buy. You have 2 screws here holding the metal piece. So 1, 2, 3 holding the metal piece here. Then you have this one attached to this side. That's okay. I'll live with that. But let's flip this around. Okay, this is your connector to your speaker. That's okay. That's well designed. Okay, but what happened here? Ooh, I got to run a wire from this enclosed section over to the preamp that's over here. This is the amplifier section. This is the preamp. Now I got to run it outside this from here and run it over the adhesive. This is an adhesive for vibration. And you put it on the outside, and then you stake it underneath this plastic piece without putting clearance on here. So this is going to eventually dig into those cables, potentially breaking them from vibration. You know, what's going on, guys? I mean, what do you have this hump for if you have this thing sticking out? This is designed by them. So, you know, that's just one little thing of multiple things I can point out from this. Just not, you know, just not really thought correctly. So that's my rant. If you like this video and you want to comment on it, go right ahead. I would love to hear your opinion on any either amplifier design, interface design, all of this stuff. I want to know. I want to know what your thoughts are after knowing that you can literally break this thing, you know, by hitting this button. Take care, guys.